In northern India, in a small village near the Himalayas, there lived a man named Arjun. Since childhood, his life had never been easy. His father died young, his mother was ill, and Arjun became the family's support when he was just a boy. As he grew older, he married, hoping life would finally change. But instead of peace, more struggles came. Debts, illness, failures at work, endless arguments at home. Arjun felt as if the whole world was turning against him. One night, he sat outside his small house, staring at the dim light flickering in the dark. He remembered his youthful dreams of a better life, now replaced by exhaustion and quiet despair. The next morning, he decided to visit a Zen monk who lived high in the mountains, known for helping people find inner peace. When Arjun met him, he said with a trembling voice, "Master, I've had enough. I want to leave this world behind and become your student." The monk looked at him gently and asked, "Why do you wish to leave?" Arjun replied, "Because my life is full of suffering. No matter how hard I try, I never find peace." The monk nodded. "Very well, but before you stay here, come with me on a small journey." The next day, they walked down to the valley. When they reached a large river with rushing, swirling waters, the monk stopped. He said, "We must cross this river." Then he stood silently, gazing at the flowing current. After a long moment, Arjun grew restless and asked, "Master, why aren't we crossing?" The monk replied, "We're waiting for the river to dry up so we can cross easily." Arjun was astonished. "But Master, that's impossible. The river will never dry up. If we wait, we'll be stuck here forever." The monk smiled softly. "Exactly. And that is what I wanted you to understand." He looked at the glistening water and said, "Life is like this river, Arjun. The flowing water represents problems, challenges, and pain. It will never stop. If you wait for your problems to disappear before moving forward, you'll stand still your entire life. Peace doesn't come from avoiding storms. It comes from learning to walk through them." Then, the monk placed a hand on Arjun's shoulder and continued, "In Zen, we call this mindfulness amidst chaos. In modern psychology, it's called resilience, the strength to rise again after falling. True peace is not about never breaking. It's about learning how to bend and stand tall again. You don't need a life without waves. You just need to learn how to swim in them." The monk paused, then said softly, "If you run away, you'll only trade one river for another. Problems won't vanish, they'll simply take new forms. So go back, Arjun. Learn to swim instead of waiting for the river to dry, because life never stops flowing." Arjun stood in silence for a long time. He realized that he was never weak, he had only lost faith. He bowed to the monk, returned to his village, and began again. He no longer feared difficulties, he learned to face them. He worked with focus, cherished his family, and each morning he meditated by the same river, the place where he once wanted to give up. One morning, as sunlight danced on the water, Arjun smiled. The river was still flowing just as before, but his heart had changed. The problems hadn't disappeared, they had transformed into lessons. Each hardship had taught him something new: patience, trust, and how to live fully within imperfection. The story of Arjun reminds us, life doesn't wait to be peaceful before it begins. The river keeps flowing, the waves keep rising, but we can choose how to move through them. Don't ask, "When will life get easier?" Instead, ask, "What can I learn from this?"
because every time you face rather than flee, you move closer to the far shore, the place of growth, freedom, and true peace.